British Prime Minister Boris Johnson's gathering his top aides for crisis talks as MPs prepare for this week's parliamentary showdown over the possible no-deal Brexit.
Labor wants to force through legislation to thwart Britain leaving the EU without a deal.
For 3 years, Parliament has tried and failed to find an answer to Brexit. This week, decisions have to be made and loyalties will be tested. MPs seeking to block no deal have had months to come up with a plan to stop Boris Johnson in his tracks. Now they have one, and some are willing to lose their jobs to see it through. So what exactly could this plan look like?
It is to prevent Boris Johnson taking us out of the EU without a deal on the 31st of October.
How?
Very simple. The route will be by legislation, because I believe there has got to be legislation in place to lock this and make it unlawful for him to take us out without a deal. So it's a very simple plan.
The platforms are going up, the stakes are high. It's going to be a big political week in Westminster and both sides are nervous. Number 10 will do whatever it takes to ensure the UK leaves on the 31st of October, but MPs too are determined to stop a no-deal Brexit. Both sides think they're morally right, but both sides won't get what they want. So could the government just ignore the new law if MPs succeed in passing it? It would be a big constitutional and legal row and could prompt more protests. This one, a People's Vote rally in Newcastle today, and more planned this week.
Let's see what the legislation says. You're asking me about a pig in a poke, and I will wait to see what legislation the opposition may try to bring forward. But we know what their intention is.
We're in constitutional times, but for a government to say we won't abide by legislation is impossible, surely.
We will see what the legislation says when it is put forward.
Both sides are steeling themselves for the inevitable clash over what happens next, when the rule books will be torn up and parties stretched to breaking point.